Even though the US maintained its position that it wasn't getting involved in the Syrian conflict, from 2011 onwards, reports periodically appeared announcing the deployment of more US trainers and advisors to aid those opposing Bashar al-Assad. In 2013, it was reported that the Obama administration was arming the rebels. But then in 2015, Congress decided to cut funding for the CIA's operations in Syria, and only then did it emerge that Syria was one of the agency's largest covert operations, with a budget approaching $1 billion a year. Of every $15 in the CIA's overall budget, $1 was going to Syria. Contrary to the prevailing narrative that even now dominates discussion, the US has not been sitting on the sidelines.
That was a huge CIA covert operation run out of Benghazi, Libya to a great extent, with Libyan arms taken from Libyan government's stocks.
But the Pentagon did not support the operation as evidence emerged that the weapons were being supplied to the US's enemies.
There's always a hint of some applause when the CIA fails. When you talk to military officers, they say, they don't know what they're doing. We'll take it over and we'll get it right. But when you ask them specifically, what does that mean? They don't know.
They want to be in Iraq.
They want to be in Iraq. They want to focus on Mosul. It's a very tough fight there.
As for how things stand now, the Obama administration will not release a breakdown of its operations in Syria against Assad. All we know is that the CIA and Special Operations Forces are on the ground, without public debate or congressional authorization. We do know that some 500 troops are in Syria as part of Operation Inherent Resolve, the Pentagon campaign against the Islamic State in Iraq and Syria. But these numbers don't account for temporary deployments. US commanders can quietly deploy hundreds of special forces into Syria without any notice by classing them as temporary. Soon, a new administration will take over. In the past, Donald Trump has seemed reluctant to get involved in the civil war. However, recently, Trump said he would provide safe zones in Syria using money from Gulf states. It's not clear yet what exactly that means, but the president-elect has been clear about his aims.
It would be so great if we could get Russia on our side and other countries on our side and knock the hell out of ISIS and knock them, right? Right?
And if the future President Trump does coordinate more closely with Russia in Syria, it will be the same strategy President Obama attempted and failed to achieve amid strong opposition from the Pentagon. SHIHAB, RATTANSI, Al Jazeera, Washington.